Yes, ma'am. But first of all, I want to share one thing. Nowadays, we are celebrated Mother's Day. But we were kids, our mothers did a lot for us, but they never get honored by their kids. I think so. But nowadays we get honored by our kids and we feel proud that we are mothers. But they didn't get any compliment at that time because we were not aware of these things at that time. So I also want to give my gratitude to my mom, who is the ideal of my life. She is beautiful inside and out, and she was a very patient mother. And I wanted to be mom like her because I first of all I learned from her that she is now in the age of 80 and she's independent in this age also. She never say any work to her daughter-in-law. If she can do, if she can cook, if she can wash, she can do independently. And she always said to us that do whatever I do in my life because not be dependent on others. Be if you can be independent, be like that. So I also want to be like my mom. She's the ideal of my life. And she always said that there is no age of learning. Learn whatever you can learn in every age. So in the age of 50, I learned this course because of her. Because she always taught her this type of things and always asked her to put qualities in herself, not to become rich in money. She always said that money is everything, money is God. Money is not God, but not less than God. She always said all, this thing also, but she always preferred to become quality person, not a rich person. Rich quality. Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, I learned driving in this age. Matlab before marriage, I was a very reserved person. And after my marriage, I learned scooty, cycle, car drive karna. Everything I learned from my husband. Even danced. I never danced before my marriage, but I after marriage I learned dance also, singing also, everything whatever I want to learn in my life. And I became a mom in 1999 when I got my first son. And at that time, I was in a joint family. And after 1 year, because of my physical condition, I got my second son. And I brought up my child like twins. And I was a very neat person. I always like my home clean and everything. And I also want to my kids, matlab neat also. So at that time, the workload was very high in joint family, was more. So I was not able to give my proper time to my kids at that time. That was a regret in my life. But when they turned in 4 to 5, but I did a lot of hard work to in their upbringings. I always kept them neat and always well dressed and in their eating manners because I want to be like my mom. She was very hardworking lady. She did a very hard work for our education at that time because there was at that time resources were very less. My father was alone for finance conditions, so she did a lot of hard work. She runs a boutique. She ran a boutique at that time for our education, so that we can get a good qualification. So I learned this thing from my mom, and I did a lot of hard work. And when my kids got 4 to 5 in year, then I think that I want a spare time. Then I talk to my husband that I have a regret. I want my upbringing like my mom, but please be helpful in my case because my mother-in-law was not ready to keep a maid at that time. We were in a joint family. My husband support me. He was sagacious in nature, and he was very judgmental and wise and everything. He was supportive also. So in night he always helped me a lot. Now you can sleep. I would be there for kids, and you can sleep. Mm, uh, आराम से सो सकते हो मतलब. And in morning, I was there for my kids, and I did everything for my kids. And when my son became young, I was there also in friendly nature. I become a good friend for my kids. At that time, I learned this thing from my sister-in-law. My third number sister-in-law was very cooperative with with her kids, and I learned this thing from her. I always observe good qualities from others. This thing I learned from my that sister-in-law. She always talked in vulgar manner. So she talked everything vulgar, not sorry, vulgar, in open-minded nature. She told everything to her in their young age, and she always become a good friend of their. And that thing I learned from my that was sister-in-law, and I become a good friend of my kids. At that time, my elder son want to go Bombay for study, want to high study, and my husband was not agree because they think that they thought that there would be no parents like क्या दे वुड मतलब दे उन्होंने सोचा कि शायद बाहर का एटमॉस्फेयर में एक्सपोजर में बच्चों को शायद थोड़ा बिगड़ ना जाए. दे थिंक अबाउट दिस एंड बट माय सन आस्क्ड मी टू डू बिलीव इन हिम एंड आस्क्ड मी दैट मुझ में बिलीव करो इट वुड नॉट बी लाइक दैट. And I also want to improve myself. I want to become independent because if I would go out, I would be independent. And if I would not go outside, then I would be dependent on you always. And it was a big challenge for me. But my husband, मतलब मान गए उसके बाद, agreed for took this and go. But I said to, I asked him to do every day one message that if you are coming, if you are you came back on your flat, then reached only one word. Write down on the WhatsApp that you have reached on your flat. And if you are going outside for the party, we should be aware for that also. That you are outside till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. We should be aware for this thing also.
सेम चीज मेरे साथ, सेम चीज.
Thank you. Thank you.